Hey doll lovers, what's up? Today we have a different kind of video. I figured, since a lot of people, including myself, love mini brands made by Zuru, 5 Surprise to be exact, I figured we'd do some unboxing of some mini brands and then do something a little bit different with it involving crafting. I was going to save these kind of videos till a little bit later, but I think maybe now is the time to go ahead and get started, what with new series coming out and so forth and so on. So we are going to be doing unboxing of the series 4 mini brands. So I did go buy a few, so let me get them now. Ta-da! Okay, so I know I said a few, but I really meant a ton. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take one mini brands ball out and we're going to unbox the surprises that are in it and then see if there's anything that we can actually use to craft another item with. So let's get unboxing. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the box. This is, like I said before, Mini Brands Series 4 5 Surprise. I did buy pretty much a whole box of these because I've had this like series in mind for a while now. I kind of just wanted to make things from the inside of the bag. I actually did this off camera, like with family and friends, just once. I had a Reese's packet and I made it into actual Reese's, and I was like, you know what, that probably would make for an interesting video. So we're gonna do just that. We're going to pull out one of these surprise balls in just a second and see what it is. Now once I actually get it out of the box, it's really tough. I probably should have went from the hole that's in the bottom down there instead, but look, mini brands, we got one. We'll see if it'll sit up. Nope, nope, doesn't want to stand. That's okay. All right, let's get started. Here we go. We are about to see what's in one of these mini brands balls as soon as I stop spinning it and everything. Alright, there's a logo on the front. It's a usual 5 Surprise mini brand. Like, if you've seen videos of people unboxing this before, you already know the gist of it. It has like a zipper pull down, a little strip. It's supposed to be easy to come off, and usually for me they are, but I am struggling to get this open today. It keeps breaking. It's probably just because I am filming this video. So here it is with all the plastic taken off. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it, see what we get, and we're gonna be mostly hoping for like boxes or little packets, anything that I can technically open that's not like hard plastic or something that would be difficult to actually craft. So let's go ahead and get these popped open. Each tab, that one was a waist. It looked like a cash register. Ooh, K-ish. How I wish that was real. We got one more. Alright, this one wasn't looking too great. We got juicy juice. Don't think I can use that. Pringles, Jello, Kisses, and that's pretty much it. Here is all of the surprises we unboxed from here. Now we need to figure out which one we're going to create into something. This one is a carton. Just can't really do anything. It's for juice, so eat that out the way. We did get Pringles, but this one will probably be hard to use. The top doesn't come off or anything. We literally have to try and cut that open and then see if we could fill it up if it's hollow on the inside, but the top wouldn't actually close back, so that one's going to be out. Now this one we technically could do, but at the same time it's a really simple craft. It's just like a packet with some powder in it. I'll still do it another time, but too simple for this one, so we're gonna put that one to the side too. So here is our winner. We are going to use the Kisses pack. Now the only thing is, this is mini kisses. It's not actually like Hershey's Kisses, it's mini kisses for like baking, but I am going to use this as a Hershey's Kisses actual candy bag instead of just like the little mini chips, because I think that would be more fun and a little bit more challenging to do. So we're going to go ahead and cut that open. I usually try, if I can, not to cut most of any of the actual decorative packaging, so I didn't want to cut into the brownie bar. I just wanted to cut just enough to get in, and I didn't, but we're going to use an X-Acto knife to kind of pop that open the rest of the way. And there is like a little squishy sponge foam or something in there. Usually I try to keep little things, knickknacks like this, because I kind of feel like I can upcycle them in another project or something, but for this one, it's so tiny and small, I don't really think there's too much I could do, so I'm just going to toss it to the side. And on the inside, it actually looks like a foil packaging. We're going to use Primo Sculpey clay for this. This is a kind of bit of an older clay though, so it was really tough to condition. I need to get some more clay. And this looks like a mouth, so let's give it some eyes. And let's let him chill on the table for a second while we get other things. Yeah, he died. Okay, we're gonna just roll this out. Basically, what we need is kind of a long snake of clay, but we don't want it to be like too thin or too thick. So just enough to make these some little kind of fat Hershey's Kisses. Like I said, this was also still kind of tough to do. We're just going to cut these little pieces up, mainly because this clay is older, so it was kind of dried out, and I didn't have any like clay softener, and I didn't feel like getting the oils out to condition it, so I just decided to struggle. Yay me. This is the kind of easier part though. We're just going to literally roll it out into kind of like a cone shape, and then just kind of flatten the sides and make sure the top is a little bit pointy. They won't look exactly like a Hershey's Kiss, but they'll be pretty close to a little cute Hershey's Kiss. Here are all of the ones that I did, and then we're just going to pop those into the oven, bake them, and then let them cool and get started on the rest. Now this is actually one I did off camera just to see if it was going to work. And it looks pretty cute, a little wonky, but still kind of cute all the same. It gets the point across. So we are going to jump into making this. First up, a piece of paper to make the little kisses label. So I'm just going to kind of cut those into thin strips, and because I just suck at being uniform in anything, I cannot cut this into a straight line. They're all kind of a little bit wonky, so is what it is. I'm going to use a blue ink pen for this, mainly because I feel like I remember when you have the little Hershey's Kisses wrappers, not the wrappers, but the little labels are on like a white kind of paper, thin, kind of sheer, maybe not, but it has like blue lettering, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to flip this over and do the exact same thing on the other side. But I kind of want to make sure that I'm lining it up with the writing on the other side, so that when I use it, you can still see the full Kisses word on both sides. Unless when I kind of cover it up with foil, but still, you get the gist. I do think this paper wasn't thin enough for this. It's like regular grade paper, but I feel like it would have worked a little bit better if the paper was a little more thin, not as thick consistency. And this isn't even cardstock, but here it is. The words are on both sides, pretty kind of uniform, but it gets the job done. So we're just going to kind of cut that out, and then we're going to use these individual strips. Of course, this was definitely not enough, but I had to go back like 3 times, I think it was, and make more of these. I'm just going to use like a scrap piece of the paper and put some tacky glue on it so that we can glue these labels onto each individual chocolate. Now this one did give me a bit of trouble, mainly because these chocolates are so small and the glue is not like fast drying, so I kind of had to work with it, and it was sticky, as glue should be, but I kind of had to work with it a little bit. basically to get it to stay on because it did not want to stick. I had to literally try and press it on, and it wasn't really working with the tweezers that I had, so I had to try to put it in my hand and work with it. And then like the lighting got blurry here, as you can see. You're not in focus, girl. You're not in focus. But we're obviously just gonna keep going anyway. I do see it, but I was basically hyper focused and trying to get that on there. And then when I noticed, I was like, oh, let me correct that. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. Maybe like 15, 16, 17 more times. Just to make sure that we're getting all the wrappers on. And I kind of thought this was good time to let, drop that, each one dry. So while they're off to the side drying, I'm still going, and then those start drying while I'm working on others, so that by the time I get to foiling each chocolate, the majority of these, the paper were dry on and they were ready to get going into their snug little foil homes, if foil can be snug. Here they all are, and then I'm going to set those to the side, and we're going to get started on the final part, the final process, the hardest part actually, the more soul-sucking part, and that's not cutting these foils, but like getting the foils ready to actually get the chocolates in them, because that was the worst part. Now for me, I kind of think they have this crafting, I think it's called foil paper, and it's really paper thin, comes off really easy, and you can kind of actually just brush it on and it sticks a whole lot better. So it would have been a more thinner coat so that you could see the Hershey's Kiss a little bit better. But girl, I ain't got none of that. Okay, I had to use some regular foil paper from the kitchen. Luckily for me, we had two kinds. There's like the heavy duty kind, and then this much cheaper kind, which is literally like kind of paper thin, but not necessarily. It still has some thickness to it, so that's the part that makes it difficult to get on. I did, as you can see, I'm pressing it up against the chocolate, but the chocolate still kind of moves, and I'm literally trying to use two tweezers to hold this together while I'm working, and that made it even more difficult because I don't want my big hands in the way while I'm trying to close these up. But after a minute, I like kind of gave up, and I'm gonna pick them up and just get to it. It worked a little bit easier that way, but first you do need to kind of seal it on a little bit, like one side, and then you can just kind of fold the rest of it up and then press it down, and it will stick. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And you can see it's kind of starting to take the shape of a Hershey's Kiss, albeit wonky, but still, you get the gist. It's a Hershey's Kiss. And if you keep pressing on the foil, it actually kind of smooths down a little bit better. So I did that a couple hundred times with each of these, and boom, there you go, a Hershey's Kiss. Now we have many more to do. So we're gonna kind of just go rapid fire through these just to get them done. It did take me hours, and that's probably shameful. I don't think it should take that long to do these, but I am super slow, and I'm also kind of meticulous on certain things, so like I kept having to redo some of it just to make sure I was getting it right, or the way I wanted it. Yeah, if I could have, I would like to do it over just for the foil to be better with like the foil paper, but hey, we're rocking and we're rolling right now, and it's working pretty good for where it's going. And these are the finished product. It is a lot of mini Hershey's Kisses, and they do look kind of like Hershey's Kisses would if you pour them out of the bag. So I'm kind of like, I'm patting myself on the back a little bit here. They turned out kind of cute. I wouldn't say they're perfect, but they're cute for where they're going. And then we're in a minute going to just pop these in the actual bag, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like, the finished product. And here we go. We have the Hershey's Kisses bag, same as before, same foil on the inside, and now you can see a buttload of Hershey's Kisses on the inside. I'll take one out just so you can see, and there are still more on the side that I couldn't even fit into this bag, so I just kind of left them out and figured this would be the amount that if I did want to close the bag, I could, but I'm probably not going to because I worked hard on these and I kind of want to be able to pour them out and take a look at them, and so forth. So here we go. I hope you guys like this. Let me know what you want to see in the future, if you want more